She pulled open the curtain. She had been writing all night. Her tear-stained eyes matched the morning dew that coated the outside world, that twinkled and shimmered in the morning sunlight. And something compelled her to stay and observe it all. The tall oaks, the finches, the squirrels, the children in their games. Then it all rose up again inside her and shot all throughout her being, the pure bliss of life that she had been shown by some peculiar entity the night before. It broke through that very window, dressed in fine silks and feathers, and upon arriving it noted what was significant in the room, then stooped down beside the girl that lay in the little bed, and shook her awake. She was never fully asleep to begin with, but she was just asleep enough to feel the strange internal shaking the hand of the creature caused within herself. She rose from her little bed, and saw it stand, aloof and regal, as if it was the most fitting body for that soul to inhabit. The creature beckoned to her, and when she joined its side, it pointed out the window and began to connect the stars with its finger, which made it seem to the girl that the creature was there for a game of sorts. The girl was never the type for games. She was one of those self-proclaimed mature types, whose prior experiences led her to believe that life was much easier if you'd bottle up your feelings until they explode into a hot, boiling mess on your fine carpet. She had become very fascinated with the being itself. She tried to understand its essence, why it wore pure white robes lined with feathers, and why she could never catch a glimpse of its face, even if she tried. She was not afraid of it. It seemed stupid and childlike in her eyes, the way it pointed to stars to show her, but never paid attention if she didn't look. She began to grow bored with it. She so badly wanted it to speak. She grew so bored with the creature, in fact, she went back to bed, convinced the creature would be forgotten when she awoke, as dream events often do. However, the creature remained and continued to connect stars until it connected every last one in sight. Once finished, it turned to the girl again and spoke in a hushed and wise voice. "You are afraid, girl. You need not to." The girl woke with a start. The creature again turned to the window and began to connect stars just as it did before. Each one of those stars shine with the potential you hold in your little heart. Every star is a life you can change, a revolution you could start, if only you would let go. Upon it saying this, the girl, possessed by some strange phenomena, could not take her eyes off the stars. She noted how they seemed to dance in a navy sea. She looked straight into the shining dancers and felt her heart shed layer after layer of something she could not describe. Let go. Of what? The girl could now feel something swell up inside her, something that might explode. You are fearful, child, fearful of your feelings, but they somehow make you worth less. You think you are not worthy of the beauty this world can give. You put up high walls, but there is no tower you can build that can reach those stars. The creature ended its game and turned to the girl, whose emotions had begun to burst in a way that, contrary to previous experiences, made her full of childlike awe and whimsy. There are many ways to communicate with those stars, many ways for different people, but for you, perhaps, to start, perhaps write a letter to them. They'd love to hear from you. They are beautiful, no? He looked again to the stars. Yes, very, the girl replied. She felt a tear go down her cheek. However, she still did not know why. There are many other beautiful things on this earth. Perhaps you can write to them, too? She looked to the creature and thought about its words. She tried to understand and comprehend. And as she thought about the creature for the 1,000th time, its truth suddenly swept her away. She recognized all she had done, all she had lost by putting her feelings aside, by putting herself aside. Then she recalled the creature's request to write letters to the beautiful. She began to write of every feeling and every desire, of every hope and every dream, and as she wrote, she found she never saw the creature exit. For all she knew, it stayed to watch. But in that moment, all she knew was letters. Letters to the stars, and letters to the sea, and letters to hopelessness, and letters to happiness, and she let all her feelings fall in every word and every stanza until the sun rose, and she stood out the window and drew the curtain and stayed there to observe it all.